Herschel? I don't want to be in front of Herschel. I went to the University of South Carolina, and no good gets in front of Herschel Walker. Did you see that debate between Herschel and Warnock? That's like Georgia playing South Carolina, and Warnock was South Carolina. I know how he felt the next day, Herschel. But I'm just excited. I can smell it. I can taste it. Can you feel it? I tell you what, you seldom get a mulligan in politics, right? You got to redo with Warnock. And let me say this, after 2 years of him being in Washington, if you think he's going to change things for the better, you should not be allowed to drive in Georgia, because you're a danger to yourself and others. And he tweeted out last night, Warnock, Herschel needs to embrace the truth. Well, let's embrace the truth when it comes to Warnock. Here's the truth. Every time Biden needs him, he is there. Here's the truth. He is supporting the most radical agenda in modern American politics, and that ain't Georgia. So here's the truth. He's going to lose. And he's got nobody to blame but himself. He promised you one thing, and he's done another. And if you think the border is secure, you should not be allowed to buy a knife. That's for damn sure. So we're here at Small Business. This guy sells a lot of cigars. I mean, I grew up, my dad owned a bar, a restaurant, pool room. My mom and dad worked there. You never could get sick. Anybody own their own business? They ain't no getting sick. You go to work every day whether you feel like it or not. You're lucky to go on vacation. I remember going to Cherokee up in North Carolina when I was like in high school, because you can't turn your business over to anybody without getting stolen blind. So small business people have a lot at stake in this election. And I want to say something about Herschel and Julie. Football is tough, right? Yeah. At least you got a helmet in football. There ain't no helmet in politics. Herschel, the one thing you got going for you, and I want you to know this, all this crap they're throwing at you coming from Los Angeles, 13 days before an election, all you got going for you is the people of Georgia. And if you're sick and tired of the way conservatives are being treated, you got a chance to end it here in Georgia. I want every liberal jumping off bridges in San Francisco because Herschel won in Georgia. Hollywood will melt down if Herschel wins. You know what this is all about? Now, every Republican's getting beat up pretty hard. We got no friends in the media. All this money coming out of Hollywood trying to make up, down. But why are they so focused on Herschel? They're afraid of Herschel Walker. Because if Herschel Walker wins, that means we're not racist. And if you're a Republican, aren't you being tired of being called a racist all the time by everybody? So I got Tim Scott, my partner, a colleague in South Carolina. We're proud of Tim. John James, Jennifer Green. We're going to have a bunch of Hispanic women become Republican congressmen because the border is broken. But here's what liberals fear the most: a strong, confident black man being a Republican in Washington. And Herschel is a man. Herschel is confident in who he is and what he believes. And conservatism is lucky to have him. And there are a bunch of young people, all kinds of people throughout the country, particularly young boys and girls of color, are going to say, hey, you know what? If Herschel can do it, I can do it. This is a liberal nightmare, folks. Things are changing for the Republican Party, all for the better. So I've seen this movie before. Remember Kavanaugh, right? Right at the end, all this stuff comes out. There's another one, and another one, and another one. Well, you know what? You know how that movie ended? Kavanaugh stood there, stood his ground. Trump had his back, and he's on the Supreme Court. You know how this movie's going to end when it comes to Herschel Walker? He's going to stand his ground. The people of Georgia are going to have his back. And Herschel Walker is going to the United States Senate. Herschel Walker.